Lovely. So sitting comfortably, somewhere that you can sit for about 10, 12 minutes in a comfortable position. Take a nice deep breath in, lower and close your eyes. Nice breath in, nice long exhale out. Just want to arrive on our mats. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And with this exhale, follow the breath through the body all the way to the toes. When you get to the toes, let's just do a little bit of wiggling and jiggling with the toes, noticing how they're feeling right now. And then coming back to the normal rhythm of breath. And become aware of the soles and the top of the feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, pelvis, hips, and groin. And with a nice long exhale, just release any tightness or tension you might be holding in the lower body. Move into the belly, the ribs, the chest, the lower, mid, and upper back, shoulders, arms, hands, fingers, and thumbs. And again, bringing some movement to the fingers and the thumbs. Noticing how they're feeling right now. And then finding that nice long exhale. Just releasing any tightness or tension you might be holding in the upper body. Softening the front and back of the neck, the space between the eyebrows, soften. Relax the jaw. And just breathe your normal breath. As you arrive on the mat, ready for the practice. And just become aware of how the whole body feels right now. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice long exhale out. Another nice deep breath in. Nice long exhale out. Next breath in. And on the exhale, drop your chin to your chest and draw your shoulders away from the ears. And notice that stretch on the back of the neck. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And on this exhale, turn your chin towards the right shoulder, all the way round. Notice the rotation in the neck, and breathe your normal breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly come back to center. Couple of breaths in and out. Sucking that belly back towards the spine, your yogic breathing. Inhale. Exhale. And turn your chin towards the left shoulder. All the way round. Keep the shoulders tracking away from the ears. Breathe. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, come back to center slowly. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And on the exhale, turn your chin towards the right shoulder. Start your head rolls, slow and steady, all the way round. And if you notice any kind of grinding sound, just notice how the whole neck feels. with this movement. With dehydration, that is enabling your neck to make this noise, so don't worry too much, because what we're doing here is hydrating the neck. And again, all the way back with your chin on the chest, and pause. Notice the stretch on the back of the neck. Couple of breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And on the exhale, turn your chin towards the left shoulder. Pass the chin by, bringing the chin towards the ceiling. All the way around. And when you've done your 3 slow head rolls in this direction, just bring your chin back onto your chest. And pause. Just notice that stretch on the back of the neck. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale out. Inhale. And on the exhale, lift your head back on top of your shoulders. Think about your posture. Engage the belly. Lift from the waist. Lift the chest, shoulders back and down. Tucking the chin in parallel to the floor, the crown of the head reaching for the ceiling. Creating a nice long spine. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And in. And on this exhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel the stretch on the left side. Bring the right hand to the side of the head, just adding weight to gravity. Bringing the left fingertips to the shoulder and bringing your elbows up shoulder high, starting with that slow circle in one direction for 1 and 2. And try and make this movement as big as you can. Use the mobility of your shoulder as much as you can. 2 and 3. Flossing out this shoulder. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. For 1 and 2 and 3. Lovely. Release the hands. Wiggle and jiggle those fingers and thumbs all the way down to your thighs, leaving your head where it is. When you take your next inhale, lengthen the head away. And as you come up with the exhale, lift that head back to center, tucking the chin in parallel to the floor. Think about your long spine. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And in. And on the exhale, drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Bring your left hand to the side of the head, adding weight to gravity. Bringing your right fingertips to your shoulder. Lift your elbow up, shoulder high. Start with those big circles for 1 and 2 and 3. And let's go the other way. For 1 and 2 and 3. Good. Release the hands. Again, leaving the head where it is, and just wiggle and jiggle your fingers and thumbs. Get those joints to work as you bring them back down to your thighs. Inhale, lengthen the neck. And then exhale, lift that head back to center, tucking the chin in parallel to the floor. creating that nice space between the shoulders and the ears. We just come off one of my blocks. Bring those arms up. Forward fold. Stretch the back. Good. Spend a bit of time here just having a nice stretch of the back. And then slide those hands along the front of the legs. Take the arms behind. Lift your chest, draw your shoulder blades together. Reach the chest towards the ceiling. Keep your head in line with your spine. Don't let it drop all the way back. And breathe in deeply. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And on the exhale, come up, bring those arms up, reach out from your shoulder joints and forward fold. All the way down. It's a nice hamstring stretch. If you need to bend your knees, then bend your knees, Simon, that's good. That's it. And then again, slowly slide your hands along the front of your legs, stacking each vertebra one on top of the other. And then take the hands behind your back. Bring your head back, but keep it in line with the spine. Lift the chest. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other and breathe deeply in and out. And again, in. And a nice breath out. Good. Come back to sitting. Take those arms up and down. And up. And down. And up. Bring your right hand down. Take your left hand up. Reach before you start to lean to the side. Just root that left sit bone down. Reach up and then lean over. Really feel the stretch from the waist, bending your right arm. Keep lengthening out from your shoulder joint. And then you're going to come forward, bring the arm forward and see if you can kind of go by your toes all the way round. Bring it all the way back. Take the palm facing towards the ceiling and just take your arm behind you, okay? Bring it up and do that 2 more times. Bring it over. Come forward, really lengthening out from your shoulder joint all the way round. And then right the way back, taking that palm towards the ceiling. Come back up, reach, lean. All the way round. All the way back. Bring it up. Bring the right hand to reach and join the left. Drop the left hand down. Reach, lean. Bending the left arm now. Root that right sit bone down. Lengthen the arm out. And then lean forward. See if you can get to your feet, to your toes, if you can lean forward that far enough. Reach the palm up, take it behind you, bring it back up. And notice the difference between the left and the right side of the shoulders here. You might not notice any difference. Come forward, lean it round, all the way round. Lift, come back to center, lean over to the left, all the way round. Rotate that palm round, facing towards the ceiling, take the arm back, bring the arm up. Left arm to join, interlock the fingers, take the palms away, drop the shoulders down the back. Rotate towards the right, come back to center, rotate to the left. Come back to center, take the arms in front, round the back. Bring those palms back to the heart and just show some love to yourself. And then release. Let's rotate those wrists a little bit. Let's go the other way. And then just open and close those fingers. Lovely. Good. Just roll those joints, get those joints working. And then the thumbs round and round. Good. One way, then the other way. Excellent. Okay, open out the fingers as wide as you can. Close, thumb across to the little finger, wrap the finger round. Open out. Good. Close, thumb across, wrap the finger round. Open out. Really try and open them as wide as you can. Feel a stretch across the palm of your hand. So initially here, and as you stretch out your thumb, you should kind of feel it here, hopefully. And then close the fingers, thumb across, wrap the fingers around the thumb, and then let's just do some nice wrist rotations without the fingers. Good. Round and round, and the other way. Good. And then release, and just shake out the hands. And let's do a bit of brain gym, because I think I need a bit of brain gym after that living breath thing. Okay, so we're going to take the thumb to the base of the finger, tip of the finger, base of the ring fingertip, base of the middle fingertip, base of the little fingertip, tip, base, tip, base, tip, base, tip, base, base, tip, base, tip, base, tip, base, tip, tip, base, tip, base, tip, base, tip, base. Okay? Shake it out. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Thumb over to the little finger, base of the little finger, and tip, base, tip, base, tip, base, tip, tip, base, tip, base, tip, base, tip, base, base, tip, base, tip, base, tip, base, tip, tip, base, tip, base, tip, base, tip, base, and give your fingers a shake. Good. Okay. So we're going to take one hand, just rotate the index finger around, try not to move any of your other fingers. A few circles one way, and then a few circles the other way. And then your middle finger around, try not to move your other fingers, and then go the other way. Ring finger round, a few circles one way, a few circles the other way. And then your little finger round, a few circles one way, a few circles the other way. Then your thumb. Your thumb's out on its own, it can just do its own thing, no problem. One way and then the other way. And then relax. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So index finger move, a few circles one way, and then a few circles the other way. Middle finger, a few circles one way. I have difficulty with this one, and then the other way. And then ring finger, one way, and then the other way. And then little finger one way. I have to join my fingers up to stop them from joining in. And then go the other way. And then your thumb one way. Good. And the other way. It's really important to get your fingers working independently. And then just open and close. Lovely. Okay. So let's take the legs out wide. And like I said, if you've got a blanket and you feel it under your heels, just put your blanket under your heels if that's a bit more comfortable for you. Sit forward on your block if you're sitting on a block. Sit up so the block can tilt your pelvis forward. And then we're just going to slide the hands down the legs. And we're going to do a bit of a rocking sensation here. So we want to get that stretch across. Can you open your legs a bit wider, Simon? That's it. Just get that stretch across the kind of inner thigh here and the groin area. Good. Just rocking forwards and back. Lovely. Good. And so each time you come up and then come down. See if your hands can go a bit lower down on your legs and your connective tissues giving a little bit of a stretch and maybe releasing a little bit more. Up and down. Okay. This time we're going to come down and we're going to stay down, stay forward. Keep lengthening the back. So we're not rounding the back. We're keeping the chest lifted, okay? So the chest is lifted and the gaze is kind of a little bit before you. So you're not kind of looking right the way down to your mat. You're looking maybe just past your mat. And you should feel a nice stretch in the inner thigh and the outer thighs. And if you can, bring your hands now to the center and see if you can walk your hands a little bit further. Of course, if this is too strong a stretch, you always can option to bend your knees, okay? And then if you can bring your forearms to the floor, that's great. And if you can't, then don't worry about it. Just do what you can do. And breathe. And then slowly bring your palms of your hands to the floor and very carefully walk your hands back towards the body, stacking the vertebrae one at a time, okay? Good. That's it. Bring those arms up. Turn towards the left leg. So get a nice spine rotation and then fold forward over your left leg. Wherever you land, you land. Don't worry about it. If you need to bend your knee, okay? You just want to lengthen the torso along the top of the thigh. And our journey is to get our forehead on into the center of the middle of our shin. So that's where you need to be. You don't need to be. It'd be nice to be. You should feel a real stretch down the back of your leg, your hamstrings. And then slowly walk your hands along the front of your legs, stacking the vertebra one at a time, slowly, 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 come up, and then bring your body back to center. Bring those arms up, and you're going to turn to your right leg, lift and lean forward. Come all the way down, lengthen the upper body along the front, the thigh. And again, do what you need to do. If it's too much of a stretch, then bend your knee. Listen to the body, always listen to the body. And then slowly start to walk your hands along the front of your legs, coming up, and do a nice rotation back to center. Good. Okay. How are you feeling? All right? That's quite a strong stretch, isn't it, on the hamstrings and stuff? Okay. So we are going to bring the legs together, and you're going to cross one leg over the other. So the left leg is long and the leg is engaged. So your heel is away and your toes are to the ceiling. Okay? You're just going to hug the knee into you, and you're going to take your right hand behind you. So as you are rotating round, you are drawing the knee towards your chest. So you should get a nice stretch on the outer thigh and rotate round for a nice spine rotation. Then come back to center, and we'll just do a little look round on this side. Keep holding on to the knee. And then come back. Release that leg, take it down, and then cross the other leg. Now, if this is too much to bring it in close to your chest, then you just take your foot further away, okay? You just do what you feel is right. But if you can bring your foot quite close, the whole foot needs to be on the floor, not just like the side of the edge of the foot. So you may need to take your knee away until you get the foot firmly on the floor, okay? Good. And then you're going to take your right hand to the outside edge of your left knee, and you're going to pull that knee into your chest. You're sitting up nice and tall, and you're going to take your left hand behind, have a nice rotation. Again, the stretch will come in from the outer thigh. Got a nice spinal rotation. You're sitting up nice and tall and breathing. And then slowly come back to center. Uncross your leg. Okay, let's do some ankle rotations while the legs are right in front of us. Nice ankle rotations. I know my ankles are clicking today, I don't know why. And then let's go the other way. Good. And then we're going to point those toes, get the skin stretching on the front of the ankles here. Nice pointing. People like to bib their horns, don't they, in the Stanmore? And then flex the heel away. Toes to the ceiling. And then point those toes. Flex the heels. Arches of the feet towards you. One of the most important moves, this move for the ankle. So keep this move quite strong on your ankles if you can. And as you take your outer edge of your feet away from you, sort of try and spread your toes as well while you do it. And then bring the arches towards you again. And then take them away. Lovely. Good. And then relax and just rock the feet from side to side. Just good. And then I want you to scrunch your toes up. It's really important to keep these toes flexible. Like we do this with our fingers. You really need to be doing this with your toes all the time, not just in one yoga session, but you should be kind of, curling your toes up and flexing them. Or if you can't be bothered, if you drop a tea towel, just use your foot to kind of grab it and pick it up. No. But that's the sort of thing we need to do, because this is what happens when your toes get stiffer and they can't flex the way they need to flex. If you find a raised curb or a raised pavement and you trip over and your toes are rigid, that's what then helps you to fall. Whereas if you've got flexible toes, and this is what this movement enables you to do, so scrunch up your toes. And if you keep your toes strong, it could help you from preventing a fall. And then open them out. Good. Okay, so we're going to move, come round onto our knees, all fours. Make sure you've got the space. If you need a blanket under your knees to soften your knees, then do so. Again, we're going to do cat-cow. So wrist and shoulders in line, and knees and hips in line, okay? The tops of your feet are on the floor, on the mat. You're not on your toes, okay? You're just relaxing your feet down. Your fingers are pointing to the end of the mat and they're slightly apart. I want the weight, if you can, in the heel of your hands. And then we're going to come into cow. So we're going to take the pelvis away from the navel, drop the belly towards the floor, draw the shoulders back towards the mid part of the back, and we're trying to push the chest between the arms. The head is just going to follow the body. Do not kind of crunch your neck back trying to look up, okay? Just let the head go and it will follow the body. So that's with your inhale, and then with your exhale, you're going to really round the back, push the spine between the shoulder blades, suck the belly towards the spine, working these abdominal muscles, and then inhale back to cow. And then exhale. And inhale. Go with your own breath. We're all different with our breaths. But just enjoy this lovely movement with the spine. Down. Good. A couple more times. And when you've done your 2 more times, just come to a flat back. And a flat back means that you have no dip in your back, that I could put my cup of tea on your back and it wouldn't fall. Good. Okay. So we're going to work the upper body in this bridge. So you're going to say, how do I do that? You're going to try and keep the lower part of the body, so that's your hips still, and we're just going to work the shoulders. Okay? So there's got to be a lot of thought with this because it doesn't come in naturally, all right? Because you'll just want to move the whole body. So you've got to kind of think about how you're going to move your shoulders and your arms, okay, and your chest. And it's kind of like a wave type thing that you're working into those shoulders. Good. Kind of dip your shoulders down if you can, so you're, kind of drop one shoulder down and then bring the other shoulder down and up. It's kind of like that, and your chest is moving as you go. Great, Sangeeta, good. Well done. Okay, now if you're going in one direction, you're going to start going in the opposite direction. Okay, and the idea is getting the brain to accept that we're working the upper body and not the lower body, and that we can operate separately. Good, yes, it's hard on your hands. When you're done, let's just kneel back. If you've done a few circles in the opposite direction, yeah? Kneel back on your feet, hero's pose, all right? Hero's pose, where we're stretching the front of the ankle here, very good for us. Just rotate those wrists. Good. Okay, so we're going to go back in onto all fours, but this time we're going to rotate the lower part of the body and keep the shoulders still, all right? So we have to think about what we're doing. So we just want to kind of move the lower body. Now, obviously, things might move a little bit, all right? You're not going to be deadly still, but I'm hoping that with my example to you here, I'm kind of just moving my lower body and not so much my shoulders, but I can feel there's a little bit of a slight movement there, but that's as it is. And then you're going to go circle in an opposite direction. But you're just sort of kind of focusing on the lower part of the body from moving. All right? Let's give it a go. Good. So this practice is about the upper and the lower body. We're going to do, we're doing rotations and how we can move one body, the lower body in one direction, like crossing the leg over the other leg and then turning the body round. So this is kind of along those lines. Good. Okay, let's come into child's pose. So you're going to have toes together, knees apart, okay? And then you're going to take your arms long in front of you and just open out that lower body, the lower sacral area, and breathe. You're going to walk to the left side and root your right sit bone kind of back to its heel, so you get a really nice stretch on that right side. Good. Walk back to center. And then walk your hands to the left side and really root that left sit bone down and feel that stretch on the left side of the body, down the arm, the shoulder, the side of the chest, the waist. Breathe. And then come back to center. Again, see if you can walk those hands away a little bit further and really feel the stretch under the shoulder blades. Good. And then start to walk the hands back towards the knees. Take the blanket away. And then just bring the knees in parallel to each other. And what we're going to do is come onto our toes and stretch those toes. So you might need to sort of splay your toes out and then come back and sit on those toes. Good. And just stretch those toes. Again, we've been scrunching them up and now we're stretching them in the opposite direction, keeping them as flexible as we possibly can and not as tight. And I know this can be very unpleasant, and I find this, no matter how many times I do it, I find it unpleasant. It always kind of, but tight feet, tight shoulders, tight lower back. So we need to keep working on that. Let's come forward and just jiggle those feet around, loosening off those toes. Give the feet a shake. And then we're going to come back onto all fours again, and we're going to do our bird dog pose. So again, all fours, wrists under the shoulder, knees under the hips. And then we're going to take the right leg back and really lengthen that leg out from the hips. I really want you to kind of jiggle that foot back as much as you possibly can. But I don't want you to lower the pelvis. The pelvis is going to stay level. And you're going to then take your left hand out, your left arm out, walk the fingers as far away as you can. You're going to suck the belly in, breathe in, and on the exhale, lift both limbs up. And with the right hand, you are pushing out from the floor. You're lifting your torso up, toes are to the floor, the heel is flexed away. And hold. Good. And then bring both limbs down and repeat on the other side. So don't be in a rush. Walk that leg out, the hip out, the leg out from the hip, and walk the arm out from the shoulder joint. And then lift, and really lift out from your left arm as well, sucking the belly in. Good. Well done. Lengthen. Come down. Child's pose. Rest, come off your wrists. Do little rotations. Good. Come back up and we're going to repeat that one more time. So come up, right leg back, left arm forward, lift both limbs up. Now this time, we're going to bend the left arm with the elbow at the elbow, bend the knee and bring both together underneath the body and then back out. And bring it in one more time. And out. Bring both limbs down. Okay? So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Take the left leg out, the right arm out. Lengthen as much as you can. Lift. Hold it. And then you're going to bend the elbow, bend the knee, and join elbow and knee together underneath the body. And come out. Keep sucking the belly in. It's balance and ab work here. And again, in. And back out. And then bring both limbs down. Toes together, knees apart. Nice child's pose. Ooh. Come off your hands. Let's come up, walk the hands towards the knees. Come onto the toes. Come into a squat. So take your legs apart, Simon. Take your feet wider, okay? Because you're not going to be able to balance otherwise, okay? You have your feet too close together. And if you want to do an Asian squat, you take your foot wide and your feet, both feet are flat on the floor. If you can't do that, then don't. If you've got another option is to have your block and just bring your heels to rest on the block, okay? Those are your options. Whatever you feel is right for you. Very hard on the knees, but this is a very, very important pose to be able to do. It really opens up the hip area. Bring your palms of your hands together, elbows inside your knees, and see if you can push your knees out. And pause. And we're going to push through our feet to come up to standing, okay? So push. Use those legs to come up to standing. Well done. Excellent. Get your block. Just stand on your block. Half on or half off. Good. Okay, feel the stretch on the back of the legs. Lift the chest, tilt the pelvis towards the navel. Kind of bring the palms out so you're really opening out. Let me turn round. Okay. Good. Lovely. Feel the stretch on the calves, the ankles, the back of the knee. Breathe. Remember to take the weight to the outside edge of the foot to kind of distribute the weight more evenly. And then we're going to come up slowly. And then slowly down. And come up. And down. Good. Come up. And down. Really feel that in the calves. Come up. And hold it up if you can. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come down. Ooh, and come off. Shake out the legs. Good. Take the block out the way. Okay. So we're going to start off with a balance, which is going to be our flamingo, which we're quite familiar with. So you're going to stand on one leg. You're going to come up, or stand on your left leg, come up on your right foot. Let the brain know that you're putting all the weight onto one leg, or into one leg. And when you're ready, you're going to hook your foot behind your calf, take your gaze to the floor, and we're going to count, well, I'm going to count to 15. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and put your foot down. Now, you know if that's really easy for you, you can close your eyes, okay? That just makes it that more challenging, all right? Again, shift the weight to the other side. Hook your foot behind. And go. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and bring that leg down. Let's just do some nice hip rolls. Good. And let's go the other way. Lovely. And then rock from side to side. Okay, let's get your strap. So you're going to place your strap under your left foot. Make sure your left foot is firmly on the strap so it doesn't ping out from underneath your foot, okay? And I want you to hold the strap with your right hand, okay? That's it. So you're going to bring that strap up across the body and back down, okay? Up, no, with your opposite hand, Simon. That's it. No, that is your opposite hand. So you're bringing it across your body. So the opposite hand, that's it. Across your body. No, your other hand, sorry, I made the mistake. Across, okay? That's it. No, you take it that way. That's it. That's it. So up and across. Good. Up and across. Now, if you haven't got much resistance, you need to take your hand down, further down your strap to really feel it, right? So you're working your biceps and your triceps here. Across and across. You feeling that? Yeah, good. Across and across. One more time. And let's see if we can hold it. for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring it slowly down. Let's transfer the foot, other foot, with the strap. I'm trying to be clever. Didn't work out. Okay. All right. So the same thing on the other side. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going on the same arm, same leg. You've got to have opposite arm, opposite leg. Yeah? Brain gym, that's right. Keep going. Cross, lovely. Across, cross. Good. Up. And then let's just hold it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly down. Quite tough on the arms. You feeling that on your shoulders? Okay. So let's place the strap behind your neck and take it. So there's a bit of resistance, but no slack. But that's all you need, okay? Because what we're going to do is keep the arms out wide, and then we're going to just rotate. So your headlights, your hips are going to stay forwards. It's just your waist that we're going to move. So if you do this, you're not getting the benefit of the move, okay? So it's behind your neck. You're just going to rotate your chest round. Keep those hips facing forwards. And then you're going to come back and go around the other side. And come back. Keeping those hips steady. Just getting that waist to move. Separate the upper body to the lower body. And round. A couple more times on each side. You're not going to get that far round because obviously our hips are facing one way. Come back. And again, one more time on each side. And come back. Good. And then just leave the strap and just relax. Just going to do one more shoulder piece of work. So we're going to bring it in front, like so. Okay, the right arm is up. We're going to take it towards the left side. Bring it all the way around, and you're going to bend your right elbow to bring it down, if you can, and then take your left arm up and bring it back round to the front. Okay, let's do 5 in this direction. Good. I'll tell you, up and round and down, up and round and down. Let's do one more. Up, round. Good. This time we're going to bring the left arm up and we're going to go towards the right, bending the left elbow down and then bringing the right arm round. So that's 1 and 2 3 4 and 5. Come down, let the strap go, just roll those shoulders round. Quite tough. We've worked those shoulders. Good. Okay. In fact, we can make some nice big wide movements with our arms. And then let's go the other way. And then let's just let them swing like pendulums either side. Good. Okay, so we're going to go back to our balance. So we're going to come onto the left foot, right foot coming up. We're going to come into bringing our knee up like so. We're going to cross the foot onto the left leg, sorry. And then see if we can come down into a squat. Oops. I'm making a hash of this, sorry. So bend your knees, you're going to cross your leg and come down into your squat. See, it took a time for my brain to adjust what I wanted it to do. There you go. And then slowly come up and come out. Quite a challenge. Come onto your right foot, bend your knees. Then hook your foot on top of your right knee and slowly come down. You can hold on to your leg if you want to. Help it up. Coming into that squat. Good. And then come up and come down. Quite a challenging one. Okay, so we are going to do a warrior, but a warrior 3. It's a balance. So, like, you know, when we do aeroplane and we go back like that and we can bring our arms forwards. So this is what we're looking to do. Keep that knee, the standing leg knee soft. So, come to the top of your mat. You're going to lift your chest, draw your shoulders back and down. You're going to take that foot all the way back, as far as you can, before you then start to lean forward. And as you lean forward, start to bring your arms up and bring your toe off the floor. Now, if that's just a little bit away, then that's fine. But just find your spot, suck your belly in, lengthen your arms out and lengthen that leg away like we did with our bird dog pose. Reach, and then when you bring your arms down, you're going to bring your leg down. We're not going to hang too long because it's tough, okay? But work in the abs when we do this as well. Same thing on the other side. Bend that standing leg, slide the left leg back. As you start to come forward, lifting those arms up, lift your leg up. Reach. Lengthen. And then come back slowly with control. Well done. Shake it out. A couple of tough balances there. Let's do some nice hip rolls again. Yes, get a drink if you feel the need for a drink. And then back down. And the other way. So we're going to come to the top of your mat. We're going to come down into a down dog and then a plank. And then we're ready for our Shavasana. So arms up. Reach, bend the knees, tilt the bottom back, come into a forward fold. All the way down. Nice stretch on the back of the legs. Just walk back with one leg and the other leg into a down dog, but a long down dog. So to walk your feet back, because we're going to come into a plank and you know your wrists and your shoulders need to be in alignment. So really stick your bottom up, really stretch the whole of the back of the body. And then you're going to come up, pivot from your ball of your feet, and you're going to come with the pelvis down into a nice plank. Good, everyone. Good alignment. Reaching out, like I said before, push through those heel of the hands. Really let the lower body kind of lift the torso up. So suck the belly in. Heels are back. Lengthening those legs. And hold and breathe. And then bring the knees down. Come to the tops of the feet. Into a nice child's pose. And then make your way onto your side, onto your back. Turn around. Put your socks on or jumpers on, whatever you need for Shavasana. We're not going into it straight away, but make sure you've got something under your head. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Just feel that nice opening in the lower back and on the spine. Bring one foot to the floor then the other. Take the arms out wide, maybe 45 degrees away from the body, palms facing up, and just rock your feet from side to side, your knees from side to side, rocking on your feet, keeping the shoulders connected to the floor all the time. Windscreen wipering the knees. Feel that nice movement on the lower back as you rock from side to side. And then you're going to drop your knees to the right side as you turn your head to look towards the left and bring your left arm up over your head. So the lower body is in one direction and the upper body is staying in the center. And breathe. And then bring the left arm down, bring the head back to center. Use your abs and your left hip to bring your knees back to center. Pause for an inhale. And then drop your knees to the left as you turn your head to the right and bring your right arm up. And again, the body is in center and the upper body is in the center and the lower body is in the opposite direction. Just feel that stretch. And then bring the right arm down, the head back to center. Use your abs and your right hip to bring your knees back. And then you can make your way slowly to your Shavasana, sliding your legs down, having them long, or you can be in constructive rest pose, which is feet as wide as the mat, and just drop your knees in. That helps with the lower back connecting more to the mat. You can have your hands just a slight away from the body, or you can have your hands on your tummy, wherever you feel is right. Make sure that whatever you've got under your head is just to the nape of your neck, and that your neck is hanging in gravity, and your chin is kind of parallel to the floor and tucked in, not kind of chin up, because that takes the spine out of alignment. Whatever you choose, just breathe your normal breath. And just allow the whole body to feel the connection with the mat and the floor beneath you. Resting the shoulders, relaxing the shoulders, letting them broaden. The hips, just let them go. Don't hold anything, relax the belly. Become aware of the rise and fall of the chest with the breath. And I'm just going to read a little something that I kind of thought would resonate with you. It's kind of like a life kind of thing, really. You may have heard of it before. It's the autobiography in 5 chapters. So it's anyone's life in 5 chapters. Chapter 1, I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I'm lost. I am hopeless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. Chapter 2, I walk down the same street. There is a hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe it. I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. Chapter 3, I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. Chapter 4. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. Chapter 5. I walk down a different street. I feel that's quite significant as we go through our life, make mistakes, learn from them, move on from them. And in our yoga practice, we make mistakes. We don't get it quite right. We wobble. I got the breathing wrong. I got the balance a bit wobbly today. It's what it is. We learn, we move on. Breathe in, breathe out. Inviting peace and harmony into the body. Allowing the body to rest, relax, release. Allowing the mind to just do what it needs to do. But when you have space in your thoughts, always bring the mind back to the body and the breath. So let's take a deep breath in and a nice long exhale out. Bringing some gentle movement to the fingers and the toes. And when you're ready, move into the right side of the body. Notice how the body settles in this position. And then when you're ready, and only when you're ready, making your way to an upright seated position, keeping the back nice and long, keeping your posture, keeping the eyes closed, continuing that internal scan of the body. And maybe pausing and noticing how the body feels now, opposed to how it felt at the beginning. Bringing the arms out for a nice stretch. Lifting the chest. Stretch. Bring the arms and hands above the head, palms joined together. Bring them back down to the heart center. Find gratitude and thankfulness in the heart. Share it with yourself for the practice today. As always, I am so grateful for your time. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day with peace and love and very good health. Until we meet again, namaste.